Here's another problem I have with Dr. George G. Ritchie's account of seeing heaven. Order to return from the mall. Listen to his description here.
And by this time, I think I have seen everything. No. This time we're leaving the vicinity of this planet completely. This time we're going right into space. And we're heading, I don't know how to describe this. Again, words are totally enough. I simply can't put it into words. The only thing I can tell you, that after a period of time, we got to a place, and it's not on a planet. It is a place, it is a collection of beings in an extremely far advanced culture. Because the beings in this place were growing in appearance like unto Christ himself. Now, I'm not talking about in individual looks, I'm talking about in the light they emit, in the love they radiate. Now, as I thought we were going right in, but we stopped. Two of these beings came into reach. Now, this was one time there was some communication on the left side. The next thing I realized, we were heading back. The next thing I know, we're right back to this hospital room in Garland, Texas.
Okay, notice he says,
Right in, but we stopped.
he thought they were going into this heavenly city, but Christ stopped.
Now, this was one time there was some
And in this book, My Life Died, Order to Return, he said about when he saw heaven. We never actually reached the streets or open places, for while we were only a short distance above the surface, two of these beings who could see us as well as we could see them started towards us. Okay, they are just above the surface of heaven. But in his book, Return from Tomorrow, he says, and then I saw, infinitely far off, far too distant to be visible with any kind of sight I knew of, a city, a glowing seemingly endless city, bright enough to be seen over all the unimaginable distance between. The brightness seemed to shine from the very walls and streets of this place, and for beings which I could now discern moving about within it. In fact, the city and everything in it seemed to be made of light, even as a figure at my side, Jesus, was made of light. At this time, I had not yet read the book of Revelation. I could only gape in awe at this far away spectacle, wondering how bright each building, each inhabitant must be seen over so many light years of distance. Light years of distance. So he was light years away from the city. Was I seen at last one who had looked for him, and everything looked so well and so closely that they had been changed into his likeness? At another place, he says about heaven. This was no round trip to heaven, I reminded Fred. If I saw heaven and all, it was only at an enormous distance. Not just right above the surface, but an enormous distance, unattainable by the person I was in or could conceive of becoming. And in this book, he said it seems to indicate that those who were there had fully matured, grown up to be just like, transformed into the image of Christ.